Any UX project must start from somewhere, and some research and inspiration is usually the place I start. So for us, we'll assume we're building a purchase flow that could be used for a fictive company called H Plus Sports Supplements and Active Wear, and we'll be designing the purchase flow for mobile. So let's get some inspiration by researching the web for colors and potential ideas for design. Again, feel free to completely use different colors and designs for your own project. So where I usually go is at Pinterest.com, but you could also use something like Behance or ArtStation or any other sites that you find your inspiration. So for example, for me, this is where I go. So let's first do some research. So we're going to do a sports company. So let's go ahead and do sports. And because I like the colors that usually comes with soccer themes and soccer companies and things like that, I tend to go towards soccer. And if you scroll down, you're going to find some colors. So what I usually do is scroll on Pinterest and kind of look at the colors that they're suggesting. So I like this really cool green and blue. This is something that's trendy right now. You can also find colors like this. So whatever colors you like, go for it and put them in the sketch. And I'm going to show you in a few seconds how we put inspiration in sketch. So one that I wanted to look for is a little bit down in here. And maybe the designs have changed or the pictures here have changed. So let's go for the other one that I've seen here. It's very similar to the colors that we were going for. So there you go. It's right there. So what I usually do is create inside of Sketch an inspiration board. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll drag and drop some photos inside of Sketch. So let's go ahead and create a new document. So open Sketch and then click on New Document, choose. And then click on the little arrow here. This is going to show all the pages inside of Sketch, like so. And the first one, let's rename it to Inspiration. And what I usually do is create a huge board and just drag and drop the images for inspiration. So you create a new board by doing A, and then just click on whatever size. But for our case here, it's going to be something that's customized. So let's just go in Custom and create custom size. So my custom size for this one, and let's just create a brand new preset. So inspiration board like this. And usually I go by 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels. And once you create a custom preset, this will be available for future use as well. So you have it in your custom, so you can go ahead and create this new one and click on it. So you got your inspiration board here. So another shortcut for Sketch is to click on Command and scroll with your mouse. Basically, on the Mac, you can also do the same by using the trackpad and scrolling up and down by hitting Command and trackpad. So once you have that, you'll have your board centered as well. Another way to move in Sketch, and this is something that will be useful once we have multiple boards on our application, is to use Shift and then use the trackpad or the scroll mouse like so, and then you can move left and right like that. Okay, so what we'll do is go back to Pinterest and start dragging images inside of our inspiration board. I'll maximize both so I can drag and drop in between application like so. Okay, so I want to have the first image on the top that I saw somewhere here. So just click on it, drag and drop inside of Sketch. And then inside of Sketch, just move it to wherever you want. And then what you could do is type some notes here. So you can use the shortcut T for text and just do something like colors and type some notes here like the green and blue, dark blue of this image. And just maximize the text so you guys can actually see it like so. And because we're going to have some other things, let's just move it here and there you go. So one thing that you'll see as you move things around in Sketch, this is not a basic course on Sketch, so you may be familiar with this. If you're not, then you'll see that whenever you move things around, you're going to have guides. So you're going to have like the amount of pixels in between each items and so on and so forth. This is very useful when you start positioning stuff and also aligning stuff. Hold on, let me just click on auto. There you go. And then do this while it's highlighted, of course. And make sure that we have the right size. Okay, so we're not going to spend too much time on the text alignment, but this is basically how you put items in here. So the next thing, we want to make sure that we save this. So let's rename this purchase flow. And I'm going to put it on desktop for my own, but you can put it anywhere you want. There you go. So I need a few other things for inspiration. So I got colors. I want some shapes. So you need to find some shapes. And again, these are all things that you can find for inspiration. You don't want to replicate the exact same thing. So you want to make sure that you just get inspiration from this, then start doing some low-level mock-ups, and then do the actual designs. So one other thing that I do a search quite often is UI. And if this is a mobile application, I'm going to do mobile like so. And then I'm going to find more inspiration from there. And then just scroll and see what are the shapes that you really like or designs that inspire you. So for example, one of the designs that I really like is a little bit down further when I first did this search, this one here. I really like the round shapes and the way they did the design here. So let me go ahead and drag and drop this image as well, like so. Now this image is really, really big. So what I'm going to do, and a little shortcut that you can do in Sketch, is double click on something and then crop it. Click on crop and you click the selection you want to crop. And this kind of represents the colors and the shapes that I like. So I'm going to crop this. So I did my selection and then just crop it like so. And then you can just replace the image on your board like so. So I'll put it at the bottom here. And it's just Option click to do second text and just put some notes in here, like the shapes and this design. Like so. Okay. So one more thing that I did find in my initial research, you can go ahead and do products, because this is going to be an application that will represent a company that sells products. So maybe get some more inspiration around a company that has mobile application, some UI references, and about products. And one other design that I really like that I found, I believe it's a little bit down further, it's this one here. So I really like this design. I like the way that this is kind of a blog in an application, but I'd like to use kind of a similar style for products, and then you can swipe sideways to the application. So let's go ahead and drag and drop this image here. And then we can close Pinterest because we're kind of done with our inspiration. And I will maximize this here. And because this is so big, let's just resize this one like so, and just put it on top like that. And let's put some notes again. So Option click. Let's reshape this, and then really like the side scrolling approach. Okay, so this is how I usually go about finding inspirations. I create an inspiration board. So I directly create an inspiration board inside of Sketch, so I can always go back to it. So the idea of this exercise is to really find ideas, not that you will replicate exactly the same way, but you want to find inspiration for shapes, flows, and general colors to inspire you in your design.